Due to the nature of this video, the story contained within this video, I didn't think it was very appropriate to have gameplay playing while it's being told, so as a one-off, this is just going to be audio only. Alright folks, how's it going? This one is a bit more serious than the normal video game news, if you like. As it turns out, an 8-year-old boy has killed his grandmother, after playing a video game, which is what's been reported. The boy grabbed the gun, apparently shot his 90-year-old grandmother in the head while she watched TV. And this was all after the boy played Grand Theft Auto 4. Now this raises a couple of questions, but we'll get on to that. It's been reported on Sky.com website. Basically, to quote the article, an 8-year-old boy intentionally shot and killed his grandmother minutes after playing the violent video game Grand Theft Auto 4. The game, which is rated M for mature audiences and is recommended for ages 17 and above, has been associated with encouraging violence and awards points to players for killing people. But this is a bit of a touchy subject, so I have to be sort of careful with this. It goes on to say the child told investigators that he accidentally shot the woman while playing with a firearm, but evidence has led investigators to believe the child intentionally shot her in the back of the head while she watched TV. Now they obviously went and interviewed some child psychologist, as they would, called Christopher Caleb, who goes on to say, said access to a violent video game such as Grand Theft Auto 4 may encourage aggressive behaviour. From a behaviour therapy perspective, I would say that's practicing. So if you have a video game where someone shoots at a target, that's sort of practicing shooting at a target. When you have a video game that is shooting at a human being, that is practicing shooting at a human being. Oh, like I say, it's a bit of a sensitive subject to say the least. Now, due to the age of his child, he's obviously unable to be prosecuted. Louisiana law states that a child who's not reached the age of 10 yet basically can't be prosecuted, or he can't be held criminally responsible. Before I go on, obviously it's a tragic accident that's happened, not taking anything away from it. The boy's lost his grandmother, whether he done it on purpose or whatever happened. I'm not even going to point the blame at the boy in any sort of way for that sort of thing. But the boy's lost his grandmother at the end of the day. People have lost their parent, the grandmother would be people's friends, etc. Obviously it's a death, it's a tragic situation that's occurred here, but I can see that the media is going to blow up and it's all going to be on the violent video game side of things again, and especially somehow every time Grand Theft Auto gets it one way or another. As far as I'm aware, it's not been proven that violent video games cause these sort of situations. For example, if I play a violent video game, I'm not going to go out and pick up a baseball bat and walk out in my street and start battering people around the head with it, or a crowbar, or try to get a gun and start shooting people in the noggin, or decide to drag some girl off the streets and beat her and rape her or whatever like that. It's just not how it works. The game itself can't be blamed for this. The questions that are raised in my head after this tragic situation occurred are a couple of things. The boy was 9-year-old, right? First of all, why was he being allowed to play this game? It's rated an M, obviously in this country is for ages 17 and above. I was under the impression, especially here in the UK, that it's an 18 rated game. I may be wrong, but the boy was 9. He was playing a video game that was unsuitable for him, whatever way you look at it. The second question is, where the fuck did the kid get the gun from in the first place? Really, it's just crazy. Now, like I say, it is a tragic situation that happened. It really is. So before the media explodes and goes mental and everybody pinpoints this at violent video games, maybe they should be asking the parents of this child, where did they get this video game from? How was he able to have access from it? Had he been playing it before? Surely the parents have to take some responsibility for this. And then on the other side of it, you've got, why was the firearm not locked up? Why was the child able to find it? And how did the child even know how to play with it? Was the safety on? Was the firearm readily available? Was it already on display? It's a sad situation. Don't get me wrong. Possibly the child playing that game he did get caught up in it maybe, and he maybe the gun was lying on a counter in a drawer, maybe he was playing with it, maybe he accidentally shot his grandmother, like I say, tragic accident. But if he never had access to this game, and if he never had access to the firearm, then the tragic accident would never have happened. It's a sad, sad story, but for me, instead of reporting on it was the fault of the violent video game, it should be who are the irresponsible parents who let the child play this game and let him have access to a firearm. Like I said, my thoughts go out to the family. It's a really tragic situation. It really is. Anyway guys, as always, it's hard to say if you like the content of the video considering what the content is. Press the like button, but you know what I mean. Hit the subscribe button please and come back for future content. Your support is greatly appreciated. And as always guys, until next time.